Yep, King P here.
And Steelio7, and welcome to another week in Metropolis, or this week in Metropolis. Let's
Or
start that.
another episode of This Week in Metropolis, even.
You know me, I'm a bit rubbish when it comes to remembering what things are. Um,
Remembering the name of the podcast you've been doing for the last year and a bit.
exactly. How you been, Matt? All right?
Good. Enjoying the beautiful sunshine.
It is too hot.
That's what I've been
It is
doing.
too.
30-something degrees feels like in California rather than the east coast of England.
Definitely. Um, One thing I've found during this time, obviously, we've all been in different situations during the lockdown, and some of us are back to work. Some of us are still working from home, like we are. But it has meant that we've all got to spend a little bit more time with our families. And my wife, in particular, maybe I'm starting to see sides of her that I wasn't fully aware of before. And what I mean by that is she is a keen advocate of um, going green as such and I don't mean any drug related terms there. I mean for the environment. So making sure with recycling and yeah, using things that are better for the environment.
Which
So
is always a good thing.
it is a good thing,
Nothing
and
but positive.
I do not deny that. But there are certain elements that frankly shock me when she comes out with them. And the one that I had in the last couple of weeks was she said to me, "So, you know, toothpaste?" And I went, "Go on." And she starts telling me that because the tube that your toothpaste comes in isn't recyclable, um, she said there's an alternative to that, which is a tablet that you can just crunch on and it will clean your teeth. Now, I know because I've had conversations with my in-laws about this when I was trying to explain to them how balmy she was being, and they said, "Oh yeah, that used to be quite a common thing back in the day for a lot of smokers. They used to have these tablets that would
It's like
clean
an
their teeth."
extra strong mint, basically.
Well, that's what I keep thinking. Surely it's just a mint, but yeah, this is like another. What my question to you, Matt, is when does it get too far with these things? I mean, surely the companies that are making your Colgates, your whoever, whatever ones there are, that are making these products that aren't recyclable, surely they must be looking into these things because
Mm.
otherwise, why would they keep selling them if people are starting to turn on it in that respect?
Yeah, no, I agree. I would have thought the solution in this situation is making the packaging out of something that is recyclable. And as you
Mm,
said, there's got to be an option. Could you use like a paper-based one,
mm,
for example, that you could then recycle afterwards? It could have some sort of coating on the inside to stop it
exactly.
going
Yeah.
mushy. Because I just feel that I don't know. For me, I agree. I'm a big believer in our environmental things, but with basic hygiene, I don't want to compromise my basic hygiene just for the sake of like something like that. And that's probably completely the wrong outlook in terms of, well, I don't care if I can't recycle that. I've got good teeth. Do you know what
Mm.
I mean? But it feels a bit like, well, we can't recycle the shower gel bottles anymore, so we're gonna have to lick ourselves clean. It's like, is it?
Well,
You go
again,
back a bit.
there's certain things. I mean, she did start buying bars of soap that were shower gel soaps or whatever.
Yeah.
Which again kind of takes me back. I remember as a kid you used to have a soap on your sink or whatever that you'd wash
Mm,
your hands with.
yeah.
But in the shower I'd always have a shower gel or
Yeah.
something, or even in the bath you'd use some sort of shower gel. So, but
See, I
now
like.
I mean, sorry, say again.
I was going to say, with when it comes to like shower gels and things like that, which is on a slightly different note, but I'm a fan of. I buy simple shower gel, which has got less sort of chemicals and things like that in, and I have used I think it was black soap or something it was called before. It's like a natural organic soaps, and I've tried sort of organic shower gels and things like that. And they don't soap as much, but that was more from a using less chemicals point of view. I think they're okay.
Yeah, I also think it's the problem that some people, and I put myself in that category, is we're so used to doing something in a certain way that to change the way you behave or the way you do something, sometimes that people just aren't as adaptable. And I think, like I say, I think I'm very much like that. With when our daughter was born this year, my wife decided to use reusable nappies that we put through the wash, and again, it's a completely different. You think, oh yeah, well, pretty straightforward, and I understand the benefits of doing that, but to me, it just seems like such a backdated way of doing things, or an old-fashioned way of doing it.
Yeah.
The logistics of it are that we use a hell of a lot less nappies by using it that way than the ones that you throw away that just go on to landfill or whatever.
Yeah.
So I get it, but it's just that adapting and changing the ways that you do things, which I just find fascinating. But for me, there's still certain things, and I mentioned the toothpaste. She hasn't bought these tablets, I'm pleased to announce. And if she did, she can use them herself, and I will go and buy myself my own toothpaste.
I'd worry with something like that because I think with the nappies, it's like unfortunately with a lot of these things, things are designed for convenience, and like with the nappies, it is convenient, isn't it? Having raised two children and have been through that, and the ability you're out and you need to change nappy, and you put it in the bin and you get a new one, and it's amazing, isn't it? But of course, very bad for the environment. But I feel like with the toothpaste, like using toothpaste and a toothbrush, you're rubbing I don't know scientific fact, but surely you're like rubbing the dirt off and you're rubbing the plaque off, and you're cleaning. How's a tablet going to do that? Because surely it's only going to go in certain places
where you're biting. I don't know how it works as a tablet, whether it foams up in your mouth, but there's also, you can also get like a powder, can't you? Have you seen that you can get instead of a toothpaste? So you have like a little tin that's got like a powder in it that I think you rinse your toothpaste, dab it in the powder.
I think I've used that in the past.
And then use that instead, which I think is supposed to be pretty good, because I think you can get like a charcoal based one, which is a bit weird and your whole mouth goes black. But
don't they sell like whitening toothpaste with charcoal in it? I'm sure that's a thing, isn't it? Chewing something reminds me, when you go into a service station and use the toilet in a service station, they sell in the machines those little funny chew things. I've never had one, but it just looks like I don't know, a stickle brick, if you remember stickle bricks that you chew on.
Yeah.
And there you go.
I don't think I've ever seen them. But weird. But that's my wife, and that's why we're married.
Well, and I look forward to the updates, and like especially if we are doing videos, every single video, the deterioration in your teeth when you start using the
that'll really show. When I've got these false dentures in at some point, I'll get gold ones.
Gold ones, that'd be nice.
Yeah.
You'd just have to polish them, won't you?
And I'd probably have to get that in something that's fully recyclable. Yeah.